think I just created the best iFVG indicator out there right now, and it only pairs well with sequential SMT. So let's dive into it, guys, and I'm gonna show you how this works. So I'm going to the settings and show you how this works. I'm on NQ, trading NQ, and of course you can trade ES, YM. You can look at wicks or just wicks, or you can also do body SMT as well. So hidden SMT, so you can look at just the bodies, or you can do both, which I like to do both, so I can see which um, divergences are happening within either the bodies and the wicks. This changes to any time frame that you're on. So right now I'm on the 15-minute. If we go to the hour, it'll plot the hourly FVGs. Boom. So this we had a 3-month SMT up here at the highs. I'm gonna take off just do the wicks for now. Keep it clean. And the first monthly or hourly FVG, hourly SIBI after the that drop, boom, right there, was used as resistance. That brought us back down to the previous range, to previous monthly lows, which I believe YM took. Or no, I'm sorry, we haven't taken that yet. So probably going to take that pretty soon. But anyway, on the hourly here, and so it adjusts whichever hour you want to go. So if you even go down to the minute, boom, it'll mark out all the first SIBIs or BISIs created after a particular SMT. And so the reason why this is so powerful, and it marks, of course, the iFVG right there with those lines. And the reason why this is so powerful is because of the particular type of SMT this is. It's not just any regular SMT, but it's all based off quarterly theory, quarterly cycles, and it's sequential SMT. So it's just looking at the previous quarter cycle and looking at divergences compared to that, which is the most powerful SMT out there. So let's dive into the settings, and I'm going to show you how this works. So I would keep everything the same here. Overlap boundaries as 5. This number basically just means that how fast the indicator will work. If you have it at 0, the nanosecond, the like 5-minute SMTs, it won't track and mark out the BISIs or inversions after it. So just leave it at 5 there. So like I said, you could do wicks or both. Keep it, of course, New York. And then, of course, you can change your colors of your lines. You can anchor it as diagonal or like a liquidity sweep like that. If you do that, it'll just do horizontal lines. But I like it as diagonals. And then the label offset is 30. I like to keep it at 30. That's just how far I want the label away from my line here. Right there. Let me just make this bigger for you guys so you can see better. Okay. And then for me, for my hidden SMTs, if I go to both, I like to keep my hidden SMTs with the dashed line. That way I know that any dashed line is a hidden SMT. Plus, for the text, I don't even like to have text on there, so I just put my opacity down to 0 for the hidden SMTs. I keep that there, of course, remove the invalidated SMTs. And of course, you can change all the colors of your BISIs or your SIBIs and the text on those FPGs and your inversions as well. You can change the colors of the lines of your inversions, and then you can actually go and extend the lines out of my inversions out to the right. 40 ticks, or I think 40 candles, it'll extend here if I wanted to. Or back left, I could extend those left as well. So I like to keep it at 9 and 10 personally. There. And so getting into the SMT and how and the reason why the inversions work so well with this indicator is because of the logic of the sequential SMTs based on quarterly theory. So this goes up to the way high of the 3-month SMT. I like to keep them as dashed, width of 2, and then like a big normal size label color. And then I don't care about seeing the iFVG after on these higher time frames because I'm not looking to, see the inverse those. So I like to keep those on the lower time frames to use as my CSD, my change in state of delivery after the SMT is taken. So, for all these higher time frame SSMTs, I like to keep it with these particular settings. The label positioning, I like to keep it at the end because, like, let's say I'm here. Where's that 3-month? Hourly. Let's say that I'm at this weekly candle here, right? I'm on the 1 minute, and I get a weekly SMT. If it was if the label was in the middle, it would be like way over here. If I'm zoomed in like this, I wouldn't be able to see the label. I wouldn't see it, yeah, I wouldn't be able to see the label. And the reason why you don't see the line yet is because it'll only track and plot the line only when I go back 3 months and find that swing high, and then it'll plot the line. But what it does is it plots the label, which is really what I want to see, and that's why on the higher time frame SMTs, I like to have the label at the end. So if that made sense. So same thing with the monthly SMTs, the weekly SMTs, the dailies, all the same settings at the end. I like it at dashed with a 2, label size normal, and then choose whatever text size you want or text color you want. And then I don't show the first inversion after the SMT. So now when we get to the sessions, the daily quarters, 6-hour quarters, the 90-minute quarters, and 22.5-minute quarters, and the nano quarters, this is where I want to see the inversions, because that's going to be the key. That can be that can be what you use for your CSD as an entry, for that reversal. So for the 6-hour, I still like to have it at the end because sometimes I don't see the full session when I'm in on the 1 minute and zoomed in. So style is solid, line with the 1, label size is small, and all that. So of course I want to see the first FVG and the first inversion. Same thing with the 90 minutes. And then when I get to the micro, the 22.5-minute SMTs, I like to have my label in the middle. Same thing, solid. And this one, I'd like to change my label size to tiny, just to note that this is a smaller, the micro quarter. And then the nano quarter, I don't even like to have a label. I like to have the line cell as a dotted line instead of a solid line. So if I see a dotted line, I'll know that that's a nano SMT. And then the label, I just could take my opacity down to 0, so there's no label. So that's default. And this is what it looks like. I'm in live markets right now. We're at London. This is what it looks like. So typically, with an iFVG indicator, it'll just be like all over the place. But this one, because of that logic, you can literally pattern trade this indicator, pattern trade these iFVGs, and get at least 50% of the previous range, and then potentially the external range as well. And if it's paired with how I would trade this, I mean, I trade this with quarterly theory with true opens and previous cycles, but you don't need to know quarterly theory to trade this. Like for example, if all you did was look for, for example, let's go back here. You're here, you see this previous range. Oh, this is ugly. S&T both sides, not looking good, but I would actually be more bearish here because how I would actually, let me turn off the wicks here. I'm sorry, the bodies. Let's just do wicks. Oh, I think mommy's in the room, buddy. I'll be right there. My son just woke up. The highest probability to trade this is actually seeing a higher time frame SMT, like this is a 90-minute, and then a lower time frame SMT, like a 22.5-minute, right? And in this case, I would be more bearish here. I would see this. This is my CSD somewhere around here, and then I will go short. But I think, let's see here, put this out. It's really slow. It looks like we're fading this. I mean, this is on the 1 minute, so higher time frame draw could be higher. So let's see if this SMT holds. This is our SMT. This is still the protected high of the weekly SMT. Let's see if that holds. Looking for all this trendline liquidity to be taken out if the higher time frame draw is lower. We'll see if it is. Now we got a shorter time frame SMT. Looks like, whoop, okay, so that was taken out. So it looks like that draw was incorrect. Obviously, that's why you have to look at the higher time frame draw to see what bias you are in. But if you wanted to pattern trade this, I mean, that was a bad example because there was SMT on both sides, really ugly chart, and you should not be trading it when it's looking like that. But yeah, so like right now we got a weak SMT and a 90-minute SMT, so boom, it's probably going to drop soon. So let's keep looking at it and see. We got this, the iFVGs right here. Boom, there's the drop. Go to 50% of that range. Yeah, so it dropped to 50% of this previous range here. Let's pause this. Right, 50% of this range. Boom, TP around this little sibby or bissy right here, this unfilled bissy. That's where I would TP at, and then get out. And there's a trade. So, anyways, I think this is a dope little indicator. Obviously, use it. Don't use it by itself. Use it in confluence with your high time frame draw. But it could be a really powerful indicator for you inversion gap traders out there. Yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy it. So check it out. Links in the description there. On my web page, you can do monthly. It's only like 15 bucks a month, super cheap. Or you can buy it just outright for like 150 bucks and just own it and get lifetime updates on it. So anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy that, and good luck trading, and we'll see you guys next time. God bless.